An AFC landscape-altering trade, if you can digs it. Draft buzz, news, notes, and of course, information on some Patriots-related events you're not going to want to miss. It's all coming up today on The Tip. Today in Patriots, just a little tip just to see how it feels for Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024, with your old pal Fitzy coming to you from the barrage. This is where you get all the news, notes, rumblings, and bumblings you need to know about the greatest place on earth to call home, Pats Nation. And today's sponsor, of course, the Brockton Beer Company. Visit them at brocktonbeer.com or check out their beautiful flagship tap room and kitchen, 121 Main Street in downtown Brockton. Had a chance to swing by this weekend. It was absolutely delightful and delicious. And how about this one right here? This is their most popular beer, Yasuke. 4.5%, totally crushable. It's a black Kolsch. Oh God, it's so good. I want one right now, but we got some tip to take care of. It's inspired by the legend of Yasuke, the African samurai. How cool is that? So thank you very much to our friends at Brockton Beer, brocktonbeer.com. All right, so earlier this morning, you guys probably heard, but there was a huge AFC East trade, a wide receiver trade that rattled the cages of everyone across the AFC and the NFL. That's right, Steph Diggs, the pain in the ass of Patriots Nation over the past 4 seasons, was traded from the Buffalo Bills to the Houston Texans. This is massive because there goes Josh Allen's primary target, and of recent year, his primary nemesis as well, because we all remember exactly how they didn't get along very well on the sidelines when Cincinnati thrashed the Bills back in the 2023 divisional round up in Buffalo. Diggs was a nightmare for the Patriots. In 9 games, he averaged 78 yards a game, 6 receptions, and a touchdown. So there goes that. Even though some may say his best days could be behind him, I would doubt. I wouldn't say that the guy is washed by any stretch whatsoever. So now Buffalo has, for leading receivers, Curtis Samuel and Khalil Shakir. That kid's pretty good. Watch out for him as well. And his hips don't lie. So now Buffalo, they could be switching more to a power run game, and it's all on Josh Allen. Did Steph Diggs make Josh Allen, or is Josh Allen just that great in the first place? These are things for the Patriots fans to watch out for, in addition to the fact that Buffalo will now be going after a wide receiver in the first round. So maybe they try to get one of the guys the Pats were hoping would fall to the second round as well. And the AFC East completely gets the caffeinated toddler grabbing the snow globe effect now, because who the hell knows who's going to win the AFC East now? Miami has their own issues. They're still pretty good, but they suck against teams with winning records, right? The Jets, they got a potential vice presidential candidate and a guy who's 40 years old coming off a torn Achilles, back under center, but they've had a great offseason, and they just picked up Hassan Reddick for dimes and donuts from the Philadelphia Eagles. And they got Mike Williams as well for a freaking breakfast sandwich from a fan. So the Jets could be after it as well. The Patriots, I mean, if they go over the 5.5 win total that Vegas has put on them, I'll be thrilled with that as well. But the AFC East is completely up for grabs as well. Who knows what the Bills are going to look like? Who knows if the Jets will be healthy enough? Who knows if Miami can finally get it together and clear that hurdle? Because Buffalo has won the AFC East for the past 4 seasons. Now, where Steph Diggs is going and what could happen to him now, he's going to the Texans. Guys, get in early on the win total projections for the Texans, as well as just some of that Texans buzz. I went to a baseball card show, the Northeast Card Expo in Quincy a couple weeks ago. I speculated on some baseball cards, some football cards for the kids. I picked them both up, some C.J. Stroud rookies. Man, am I feeling good about that. Because the Texans, surprise winners of the AFC South last season, were already predicted to win the AFC South this year and had a great offseason. Joe Mixon at running back. They added Danielle Hunter, who is an absolute devourer of quarterbacks on defense. And now they send a second to Buffalo, and they get back Diggs, a 5 and a 6. Yeah, sure, he costs a 4. It's like $20 million. But Buffalo was so ready to get rid of him, or at least try to figure out what to do next, that they're going to have $31 million in dead cap space. That's a lot of unusable monopoly money. I know it's not ours, but at the same time, it bears repeating. This is a freaking landscape alterer now. I think the Texans have officially entered the AFC Championship chat right now. Think about it. You got C.J. Stroud, who's going to ball out, baby! Mixon, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, who I was just standing outside of Gillette last year, begging and pleading the Patriots to draft. That kid is an absolute stud. Broke his leg last year. Wasn't in the wild card game where the Texans absolutely thrashed the Browns as well. You got Dalton Schultz, and now you add Diggs to that. I'm telling you, watch out. I would not be surprised at all if the Texans make a deep playoff run. You could see a Chiefs-Texans AFC Championship. You heard it here first. Get your tickets now for Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. Texans versus Packers. That sounds crazy, but you know what? I really don't think it is. So anyway, there you go. We don't have to deal with Diggs anymore. Now he's down against the Texans. Texans-Bills is going to be must-watch TV this fall as well when we have the grudge match right there. So good for the Texans. Be rooting hard for them as well. Things are different for the Pats, and the AFC East is just completely bananas now. No, I'm also now back to the draft buzz. I still think it's gonna be May. I am not buying the J.J. McCarthy buzz. I don't think the Pats are going to trade back and go for J.J. And if the Patriots trade out, let alone if they take J.J. McCarthy at 3 most specifically, I will do an episode of The Tip the day after, shirtless, and whoever wants, for the highest bidder, I will wear your message across my hairy dude chest. It's not happening. It is not happening. And boy, do I love getting caught in a freezing cold take, but it is not happening. Do not believe the hype. It is silly season. People are trying to fill for time. There is no way, no how, no sir, that J.J. McCarthy is going number 3 overall to the Patriots. They may like him. I like you, J.J. But I can't imagine they like him so much that they'd be willing to pass up on the Matriot, come what may, Drake the Snake in that place. So we'll see. Don't believe all the hype, but continue to stay tuned to The Tip and everywhere else you can get good sources and reliable-ish information on what's coming up. Just 3 weeks out. And if you're a season ticket holder, I'll see you down the stadium, as I'll be working with WEEI that night and also hosting the Patriots draft party from the stadium. Now, speaking of live events, 2 I want to talk to you about. 1, Brady Day, 6/12/24. Can't come soon enough. Not going to sleep very much until it happens. I know you guys have heard that tickets are going on sale for $36 to season ticket holders first, and then after the season ticket holders have their pick of the litter and their run of show, tickets will go on sale to the general public, I think for like $100 or something. All right, look, I know things. Hey, I know things, and I drink good beer, all right? I can't tell you, legally, I can't tell you, but all I can say is this. It's worth way more than whatever you would pay as a season ticket holder or as general public or whomever, however, to go and be there for Brady night. I mean, there's just going to be so much. Trust me, please trust me. I'm telling you, I am not just doing the organization's dirty work. I am not bought and paid for in that capacity. I promise you. I swear on the 500 Brady jerseys, shirts, and more that I've got upstairs in the fan cave. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be incredible. If you have the opportunity to buy tickets and be there, then buy tickets and be there, or else be square and regret it forever. Kind of like the way the Patriots regret letting Brady go to Tampa and win a Super Bowl. All right, and last but not least, if you guys are in the area, if you're in the South Shore, somewhere near Boston, New England, whatever, April 18th, 2024, we're having a little fundraiser at my favorite brewery, Vitamin C, makers, of course, of Shit Pats Fans Drink and so many other phenomenal beers. We're having a fundraiser to raise money for Boston Children's Hospital. You guys may have heard, you probably follow and read all the great writers that they have at Mass Live, The Globe, WEEI, The Hub, and of course the Boston Herald. My pal Andrew Callahan and I have sort of organized this for Doug Kide, who's, it's a tough story. His daughter passed away. She had cancer at the age of 2, and it's the absolute worst. And I never want to see that happen again. And we can't control those things, and we are not medical wizards. We are not scientists. These things are out of our hands, and sometimes upstairs works in mysterious and upsetting ways. But what we can do is do what Pats fans, the South Shore, Bostonians, Massholes, thank you very much, the South Carolina Pats fan club for sending me this shirt. Masshole in South Carolina? Huh? I don't get it. What we can do is come together, raise a glass or 2 or 5, talk some football, and hopefully make some money so that the heroes, the saviors at places like Boston Children can work to prevent something like that ever happening again. It's going to be a great night. You can get tickets. Just go to my Twitter or my Instagram at FitzyGFY. You can find a pathway to the Eventbrite. $20 get you your first beers. Well, all proceeds that night will benefit Boston Children's Hospital in young Hallie Kide's honor. We're going to have some great people there. Andrew Callahan, some other local TV and Boston sports people. Field Yates from ESPN has been kind enough to say that he'll join us. We're going to have a draft party. We're going to drink some drafts. We're going to talk drafts, celebrate Pats Nation, and hopefully do some good to prevent something awful like that ever happening again. So the Pats and Pints draft party, April 18th, 7 to 10 p.m. at Vitamin C Brewing, 30 Moore Road in Weymouth, Mass. All right. And a little tip will do you. There you go. There's your tip for Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024. Thank you guys for following along at FitzyGFY on all your socials for reasonable finalysis, terrible takes, bad dad jokes, and so much more. Until the next time when we talk to you guys, sponsors are welcome. You guys be good. I'll hear you. I'll talk to you on the radio. You guys can hear me. The Six Rings Pod and more. Good day. God bless. FEA and go Pats.